All right, hope everyone's well. The reason I'm posting this video on from my phone is, damn, the camera quality is fucking nice. Dude, I got a fucking stress bump here, bro. I don't know what this shit is. Anyways, I'm posting this video. This is gonna be on Lil Loaded. Lil Loaded is an artist who recently passed away in within the last 24 to 48 hours, I'm assuming. His family did make an official statement. I didn't find out about this until like today. But apparently the news is showing like 14 hours ago, 13 hours ago. I think one said 20 hours ago. So within the last like 48 hours, anyways, it's been released that, he died. Apparently he took his own life. And apparently it was over a girl. That is the main thing we need to talk about. So it's a very unfortunate situation. This is the last, things like this happen every day. People die for a variety of reasons. In terms of suicide, people do commit suicide, more than once in a day, or more than one person commits suicide every day. More specifically with this, I don't think this is specifically a black thing. It just shouldn't. But it goes into like parents teaching their children things. I think there are a lot of assumptions that we make about our kids being in relationships, and it makes me wonder if this is something that we have to pay attention to moving forward. I think it is. Let me think of something else. So recently, who was that girl that was gone for a little bit? It was a black rapper of an old group where his daughter was missing. And then after a couple of days, like, they couldn't find her. And then they found her in like the woods or something, a place away. Apparently, I thought, unless that's been updated, I thought the woman committed suicide. Like, the woman offed herself. Like, okay, so so there are people who are in relationships around 18 to 19 to 20 who feel that the person who they're engaged in some transaction with, they end their life after it ends, or they're so close to each other that they think it is the end of the world that person is not with them. I think the intensity that comes out of that, is something that needs to be addressed. I don't know what is the best thing to do outside of like advising my chick, because when it comes to building a relationship or children being in relationships, one of the ways they figure out how to be in relationships is like how they view their parents or how they view other relationships with people. They also have media and they also have friends, and it's a combination of all these things, but they usually have like reference points to see like how it is, how to interact with the opposite sex or the same sex, and how to be in a relationship. But it seems like when it comes to ending it, it seems like the intensity is something that young people have, and I don't want to apply it to being immature. I feel when there's so many other things that we can't control for, regardless of a child being immature to where they make better choices, I feel there would have to be something similar to relationship advice that we can give to kids to where they don't think it's the end of the world if they end a relationship. Now, in general, this doesn't just apply to adults and people, but these are kids who do this. Like, this is more of a kid, like, infatuation, love type thing. This is something that's more strictly for kids. In general, though, I think this gives light into, I think light on relationships, toxic relationships, the level of accountability that can be in both relationships. So, there have been situations like this. Sometimes people are in relationships, men and women, adult, child, adult, kid, where adult or kid, where where a person may feel they're held captive in the relationship by like the person threatening to kill themselves or something like that. In a situation like that, I don't think a person should be held captive because someone is throwing out the consequence of them killing themselves. That person is mentally unstable, You should not be holding your morals and ethics hostage because somebody's going to kill themselves because you no longer want to have some relationship with them, an intimate relationship with them. I don't think that you're under that. Now, there are levels of accountability though, because sometimes, and it seems like the infatuation thing, or when people don't have a clear idea of what a relationship should be. I know a lot of people like, I love hard, but I this is brain vomit, but this is maybe grounds for discussion, right? Even if you're threatening suicide, or even if you're threatening suicide, what makes you think that the relationship that you're in, that you should even be putting someone in a situation like that to where it's healthy, you know? And sometimes the partner can play into that, knowing that's something that you would do, or knowing things like that. Let's give some examples. I'll give you an example. I got the best example. Flight reacts. He simped out. He simped out more than once. More than once. Got a crazy ex-girlfriend, got a crazy girlfriend. She done came out of his house, knocked on his door, done so and so. Every now and then they're saying, oh, it's over. We're done with it. It's done. But then like a minute later, a week later, like you're seeing them together. Like, what's going on? What inner working, what deeper thing is going on inside a Flight's mind to where this is a healthy relationship? What happened when he was younger? How did he view the dynamic between two people when they're in a relationship, or multiple people? Why would he think this is healthy? Being a person who's self-sufficient, someone is threatening to go inside of your place, your property, and this is safe to think that you can move on with a relationship with this person, or that this person will not engage in some weird stuff later on. In a situation like that, it's most likely both people. It's not just Flight React's crazy girlfriend, because in that instance, outside of what he showed people, there was more than one situation where she was like, y'all have only seen this. We've been in worse. Like, we've been in worse situations. He kind of touched on it when he said there was more than one noise complaint. When people are young and they're very emotional, and it's intense, and it's an intense relationship, I think it's important for people to try and make an effort to reanalyze or talk about this with your children about the levels of accountability on both sides, because this don't have to lead to one person killing themselves. It can lead to domestic violence between two people. And the little girl who's young, she knows her man, she knows the type of things they have been in, she knows that he gets kind of irritated her being around other dudes, and she's deliberately around him. Now, I have a problem with, you having such a problem with women, with your partner being with someone of their same sex, but at the same time, I don't know the back end story. I don't know what's played into it. I don't know why this person would be under the impression that this person is cheating on them, because the girl, to the guy, the dude seems crazy, but what other funny shit has she done? What other games has she played with him to where he ain't even around, she's not even around to do, but she'll do it just to see how angry he gets. A lot of these funny little conniving relationships, I think the probability of them becoming way worse, or creating a person who is not aware of a healthy relationship, I think that when people are younger, that this needs to be nipped in the bud. Because when people are like 18, 19, 20, like that rapper whose daughter killed herself, or this dude who apparently killed himself over a girl, yeah, there's still a level of accountability on the dude. But going back, what type of lifestyle was there to be a catalyst for him to become the type of person that he is? It's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. People are killing themselves over you killing yourself over a girl. But bro's 20 years old. How many women is he with? Maybe he was abusive. Maybe she was abusive. Maybe they both played into it. Maybe it was something like XXXTentacion. Can we pay attention to that? XXXTentacion is still demonized. Apparently he beat his girl. Yeah, he did. He even acknowledged it. And there was that recording that was sniped, that people picked out a part of the video and didn't play everything. What was going on? It was both of them in a toxic relationship. The clip was taken out that he beat her, but what did he say? Yeah, I beat her, bruh. This is him apologizing, like in like his mode, like, yeah, I apologize, bro, but she was doing all this and we did this and she knows how I am with this. She knows who I don't like, and she was chilling with dude. Like, he's giving his reason why he does it. It doesn't justify it, but now you see how it's not unreasonable considering their relationship and what they play into that led to things like this happening, you know? XXX Tentacion's entire name is tarnished. And again, is that absolve him? No. But is there a level of accountability on his girl? Yeah, there is. Because at the end of the day, look, didn't she have his kid? And she writing letters? Didn't he make a whole album about her? Saying he wish her the best, but fuck, didn't he do this? You know? A lot of, I guess, let me end it this way. It's actually a thing that adults and children don't have a very clear idea of a healthy relationship. Many don't, and a lot of these problems that you see, it can be worse, you know? You end up seeing a girl who's, you know, some women who think they got it all together, you know, now you depressed, you done been a college graduate, you done got out of school, you done did everything. And you know, you're in your feelings because one man dumped you, you about to off yourself. I mean, what's going on? What's your idea of you? What do you think is supposed to be happening in this transaction? What's some healthy test that you can give yourself and your partner and whoever you're interacting with to determine if this will be a healthy relationship, you know? Real unfortunate. Rest in peace, Lil Loaded. I remember started listening to Lil Loaded when he was in the Bop Bop, that Block Baby song, Lil Glock Baby. That was when I first met him, when I first heard of him. You know? I know there was a real bad situation where his friend accidentally died in a shootout, and I mean in a video where he accidentally discharged. You know, I don't know what type of stuff that is, you know. And there was another message. Again, this goes into levels of accountability on all ends. Levels of accountability with there was a message where a friend had said, hey, you knew how he was. If you hadn't cheated on him or done whatever, he wouldn't have killed himself. Hold up. You don't know what their back end, I don't know what their history is, and you don't know their back end history. What if, according to them, he was the one threatening that? Going back to what I said before, was she supposed to keep herself in that situation? Did he cheat on her, or were they on a break and she kind of hooked up with somebody and then he was like what's going on, you know? There's always the gray area where the idea is there are levels of, sometimes there are levels of accountability and on all sides, and sometimes there are not. Moral luck, you know, circumstantial account, all that, you know, the devil's in the details. But the reality is you should not be in any relationship where you think it's healthy to end your life if that relationship ends. Something is wrong, period. Comment, like, subscribe, all that.